Hey friends, Justin here. Welcome back to my channel. It is a gray and gloomy fall morning, and I thought I would just jump on, catch up with you guys, see how you're doing. I've got a Goodwill find to share, some things that I'm doing this fall, and just catch up with you guys. So first, how is your weather where you're located? We went down about 15 degrees last night, heavy rain this morning, and sometimes that heavy rain will take some of the leaves off of the trees. So we're in, fall season here. It's still warmish, but fall is definitely here. I ran to Goodwill, speaking of which, yesterday, just to get out of the house. I was sitting around and needed something to break up the day, so I ran to Goodwill. I didn't find anything. I always run straight to the furniture section. Are you guys like me? I want to see what furniture they have. But I got this cranberry or maroon, maybe it's like a plum, jacket for $8. It looks really nice against my skin tone, I think. It is really thin. It's like a cardigan sweater material, or even thinner. You can basically almost see through it. So I think it'll be a nice layer for the office, like a basic or a classic layer. And even if I just need a layer to throw on to run across the street to Whole Foods or something like that, it's nice and kind of classy. Are you guys like me where you leave the price tag on too long? I take the tag off before I wear it, but I often want to remind myself that I've gotten a decent deal. So I think this jacket was $7, and I get excited when I can look back and say, oh yeah, you got a pretty good deal on that. Have you guys found anything fun at Goodwill? I've been in their CD book section, like getting media and stuff like that lately. So that's been a kick I've been on. Maybe a month ago, I've started some, I'm going to say, healthier habits. And maybe a month or so ago, I got rid of Facebook and Instagram. I was just, doing the doom scrolling and seeing all of the politics and all of the division, and I just had enough of it. I consider myself an empath, and I'm like, why am I crying 3 or 4 times a day on just scrolling Instagram? And I said, enough is enough. You have enough to deal with, instead of taking on everyone in the world's issues and problems. So that's been a good change. Knock on wood, I can stay off and I won't get the FOMO and jump back on. But it's always been difficult for me to keep up with multiple platforms. I do not understand. Do you guys have like TikTok and Instagram and WhatsApp and all these different, Snapchat? I've always been a one platform person. It was MySpace at one time, then Facebook I had exclusively for about 15 years before I even joined Instagram. But it's hard for me to keep up with all those different channels, so got rid of it all. I watch most of my content on YouTube anyway, and so I'm going to use that as a way, to express myself, to talk, and build more organic community, if that makes sense. So that kind of got the ball rolling for me. And this Monday coming up, I've started to take advantage of some of the benefits that they offer in my workplace. So they do these exercise classes that I've signed up for. So Monday should be my first kind of unofficial workout. I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, you are a little old man, and you're technically a young person. So I need to do some things to work on my fitness before I get, over 45, and it's much more difficult to get started. Um, yeah, do you guys do any workouts or stretches? I mean, I don't stretch. Up until recently, and I shared, I think, in my last video that I've started walking, but I've just been a couch potato. And, the results are the results. So I've got to change my habits. So I told them maybe 3 days a week I would come in and work out. They've also got a talk therapy program that you can get 12 sessions for free. And so I had my first session yesterday. She asked me, what is it that you want to get out of a space like this, to get out of, therapy? And I said, well, I would really love a space where I don't have to be Superman, where I don't have to project this false confidence all the time. Maybe learn how to accept a little sympathy instead of saying, oh, don't worry about me, I'm tough, I can do it, And also, I said, I need to work on having more empathy for other people. I am an empath, but I find myself, or I find a reason to dislike so many people. I can just go quickly to people's character flaws, and I think being in that space, I've had to realize, opens me up for people to dislike me and not show empathy towards me. And it's just a vicious cycle that I want to try to work my way out of. It's not that I'm not a nice person, it's just once I see someone for who they are, it is so difficult for me to unsee it. And then I move differently, I act differently around them, to protect my peace, to protect my sanity. But, I've got to find some ways to just have a little bit more respect for other people and their limitations and their life experience. You know what I mean? I need to stop being so Justin-centric and a little bit more community-centric. Keep your fingers crossed for those kinds of things. Hopefully some good things will come out of at least some of these efforts. I continue to go through the lemon, my car I bought maybe a month and a half ago. If you guys don't know, I bought an older Acura maybe a month and a half ago, and it has just been a roller coaster. The car is it's a really pretty car as far as I'm concerned. It's over 10 years old, but it's the nicest car I've ever had. You understand. And I've replaced the catalytic converter. The transmission is slipping now. I just had to replace a battery yesterday. I mean, the issues just, are compounding. So enough of that. Keep me in your prayers. Send some, as my friend Hanging Out with Kim says, send some good juju my way for my patience to deal with the car. It's not that it's so bad. It's when you are trying to do positive things that require you to keep a positive attitude, and you get in the car and your car cuts off, leaving an appointment. It's become kind of a drag on, what I'm trying to accomplish and what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, keep me in your thoughts, and hopefully that will resolve itself, pretty soon. More to come there, but yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say hi, spill all my beans, tell all my business as usual. See how you are, see how you're feeling, and yeah. So until our next chatting, catch up. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week. Hopefully we'll catch up this weekend or next week, and have a wonderful day. Bye.